The idea behind Creative Schools is that in class we need to nurture the creative skills and learning capacities of children and young people while delivering the curriculum. And it's bringing these two things together. And to do that, teachers need to rethink their practice. And to help them, we place artists in the classroom with them to work over a number of weeks to help them reimagine how to create learning environments in which children and young people thrive.
So at the heart of what we're talking about is a conversation about really what the point of school is. For me, it's about creating all-round, confident, capable individuals who love their subjects. And they can do things and choose to do things in a range of different contexts. What I think we're providing is a kind of expansive set of opportunities for young people to benefit from a slightly different kind of teaching and learning.
What I realised is learning is the most magical thing human beings do. And artists, in a way, exemplify that because every piece of art is a piece of learning. It's gone through a journey and come out of that learning with something which reflects that learning. And learning is just full of joy. What I realised simultaneously is that most young people are cut off, are excluded from that sense of learning. They see learning as drudge, they see it as boring, they see it as unconnected with their own identity and their own being. And our role is to reconnect them so that what happens is they come out of school or university with a love of learning and knowing that what they want to do for the rest of their lives is learn, because that's what makes them feel best.
So creative thinking is a marker saying, as well as of course English, maths and science and geography and history and all the rest of it, these are all important. So too, if you want to be well educated, you're going to need the kind of capabilities that critical and creative thinking exemplify.
One of the things I've learned about schools is that if you want a change to happen in a school, you need to have the principal on board. That's no doubt. The second thing I've learned is if you want a change to happen, you've got to make sure it's not the principal doing it. We want it to be a creative school. We want our kids to definitely demonstrate mastery and ownership of content, but to take that content and manipulate it, I think is a really important narrative. I think that's one of the things that we've done here with the help of form actually and creative schools.
So Wembley Primary School is definitely a very high performing school. We're in an area of high socio-economic advantage. But what we've found is that students aren't particularly resilient or have the skills or knowledge to tackle problems and solutions with rigour. So when the Creative Schools opportunity came about, we were just thrilled to be able to take part. And what that did for us is to open up our teachers to new ways of approaching the curriculum through the partnership with the creative practitioners. Having the creatives in the classroom alongside teachers, engaging in professional learning in ways that we couldn't provide, really just opened up teachers' minds to the possibilities. I don't think without that input from Creative Schools we would have made the progress that we've made in the last 2 years.
The thing I liked most about what Form was offering was the opportunity to develop creative skills and also the opportunity to work with creative people to get their energy into the school and hopefully flick the switch for some of our kids.
If creativity is the key to understanding how we can approach problems, then surely this should be a key ingredient in all schools. We know from the research that student-centred learning has enormous benefits. Creative Schools has provided a framework for student voice to actually be enacted. It functions because of student voice. It
seems to me that if you're going to embed creativity in your strategic planning, earlier the better. Incorporation of creativity into either a value or into a strategic direction. Our staff have been remarkable about getting a consistency of where we're going to be in a number of years and then going with that vision.
So our leadership team and I have really worked with our inquiry project team and we've broken down the creative habits of learning to really identify specific skill sets and put it in a really student-friendly format. And then they use that really simple self-assessment template to just have a little marker of where they're at. And I think as principals, we can value that creative learning by putting it to the forefront in our schools and showing parents and carers how we value that as a way forward for our kids.
When we collaborate, we're better for it. Being outward focused rather than inward looking as a school is an important piece of that work. So the Creative Schools project in and of itself, and Form more generally, have been great partners, and we're very appreciative of our school being a better version of itself because of that collaboration.